Welcome to Super Science University, Bhagavad-Gita, which only can fulfill any of your wishes, aka the real Santa. And it will give you permanent happiness and your freedom in the end. And it is the permanent solution to any of your problems, the highest, most prime, secret, and the only complete knowledge, which is the source of everything, and it answers every possible question. Shiva is gunatit, out of all three gunas, tamo, rajo, and sato of nature. But he is the head of tamoguna, head of department. We are gunadheen, under all the gunas of nature. Brahma is for rajo, and Vishnu is for sato. Whereas Krishna is gunadhish, the honor of all gunas. All these Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, and Krishna are job titles, in which Krishna is the last level honor. We are the ones who will attain these job titles one day. We will become them one day. Whoever qualifies for that job title, even Shiva, Brahma, and Vishnu will become Krishna in the end. Another matter of discussion is about Vishnu's three levels, in which Mahavishnu is the first main and from whom other two Vishnus emerge. There comes the concept of multiverse, multi-universe. The second level of Vishnu are multiple in number for various universes. Actually, there are stories about Shiva, Rama, Krishna, Jesus. It was put in your mind. Without full and complete genuine knowledge, you can only believe in what was put in your mind. That's not the truth. It's only a fairy tale. Trust is only yourself to practically experience and then believe what you have experienced is the only truth. Belief is not truth. Real practical experience is the only truth. Many believe in this or that but have zero practical experience. There is a difference between stories and knowledge. Only after knowledge a story will make sense. After only Gita you will understand all the stories. But very few teach knowledge. But everyone knows stories. So on the basis of that they have their beliefs which is not the truth. And then according to the nature of a person they make different characters as their favorite idol like Shiva, Jesus, Rama, Krishna. Only Bhagavad Gita is complete practical knowledge. Read and check in your life to verify its validation and authenticity. And then believe it if that what is written is truly happened with you because now you have experienced it. It's your own personal experience. Yatharth Gita by Swami Argadanand is the last genuine source of knowledge left in today's world. Rest all sources made mistakes in Gita and they will learn from their mistakes one day sooner or later. The soul is different from this body, different from ignorance, free from defects. So knowing it to be pure and inactive, you should not grieve for it. So here I'm continuing from my last session. Why does the soul, which is not inclined in any direction on its own, take the trouble of trying to discard the worn out body like clothes and take on a new body? Doesn't this result in some intrinsic contradiction? So, this is a question. The soul is neither born nor it dies. It has neither a beginning nor an end. When we say this, we make a slight mistake. To say it in another way would be closer to the truth. The existence which is not born, which does not die, which has no beginning, and which has no end is what we call the soul. Of course, existence must be free from the beginning and end. That which is cannot have a beginning. Beginning would mean that it would come from zero, from nothing. And even for a beginning, some preparation is needed before the beginning. The beginning cannot be accidental. All beginnings are bound by previous preparation, a previous cause, bound by causality. A child is born, it can happen because the two bodies of the parents prepare for its birth. All the beginnings accept something before them, proposed something before them. So, no beginning is a fundamental beginning. Something can have a beginning, but there is no pure beginning. Similarly, something can end, but existence does not end. Because if anything ends, then what was to happen within, what was existence, that remains. So, when we say that the soul has no birth, no death, then it should be understood. It is appropriate to understand from the other side that the one who has no birth and no death is the one we are calling soul. The meaning of soul is existence, being. But our confusion starts from there. We consider the soul to be me. I have a beginning and I have an end. But the existence in which I am born and in which I end has no end. Clouds form and disperse in the sky. The sky in which they form and disperse has no beginning and no end. Understand the soul as the sky, the inner space, and in the sky there is no distinction between inside and outside. The outer sky is called God, the inner sky is called the soul. Don't think of this soul as a person. Don't think of it as an individual. A person will have a beginning and an individual will have an end. Understand this inner sky as impersonal. Don't think of this inner sky as limited. A limit will have a beginning and an end. That is why Krishna is saying that fire cannot burn it. Why can't fire burn it? Why can't water drown it? If the soul is any object, then fire can certainly burn it. If the fire cannot burn it, we will invent some other fire. We will make an atomic furnace that will burn it. If the soul is a thing, then why can't water drown it? If a little water cannot drown it, then we will drown it in the great Pacific Ocean. When they are saying that the soul cannot be burnt, cannot be drowned in water, cannot be destroyed, then they are saying that the soul is not a thing. The thingness is not in it. The soul is just a name for existence. It is not existing object, it is existence in itself. Objects exist, the soul is existence itself. That is why fire cannot burn, because fire is also an existence. Water cannot drown it, because water is also an existence in itself. Understand it this way, that fire is also a form of soul. Water is also a form of soul. Sword is also a form of soul. Hence, soul cannot be burnt by soul. Fire can burn that which is different from it. Soul is not different from anything. Soul is inseparable from existence. It is existence itself. So you cannot separate them. If we leave the word soul aside and consider the word existence, the difficulty will be greatly reduced, because by soul we think I. We consider soul and ego as synonymous. This creates a lot of complexity. Soul is the name of existence. I is the name of a wave that arises in that existence. That wave will rise and fall. So guys, like all those Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu are job titles, and unless and until you qualify and become them, you won't understand like the beginning and end of any universe. So without practical experience, there's no use.